India, freedom, woo! 15th August 1947, we finally got freedom from those aliens, Britishers. And ever since then, every year we celebrate it mostly by sleeping in because we get a day off. But I digress. What is freedom? We seem to cherish it, we seem to value it, and if somebody says that we are not free, we get really, really pissed. But is it truly an Indian value? Do we really care about it so much? What if I tell you that what we fear the most as Indians is freedom? What do you think your parents feared the most? That you would fall down the stairs and get hurt? That you would fail in an exam? Nah, those were your fears. What they feared the most was losing control over you. Because think about it, what is the one value that all of us have been taught to aspire to from a very young age? Absolute obedience. It doesn't matter whether the adult is right or whether he or she is wrong. It doesn't matter at all because you have to obey them nonetheless. It's the same thing that plays out in Khap Panchayat. And even in schools, you're taught science, but you're not taught how to think scientifically. You're actually discouraged from doing so. In fact, if you were that kid who would ask teachers questions, you'd be mocked for it. And in this kind of a society, the most dangerous thing that can happen to you is that you being a free-thinking rationalist. You don't believe me? Let's check out the facts. So, the freedoms that we are scared of. You know that freedom of a couple to walk in the park, hold hands and hug? Yeah, we are so afraid of that particular freedom that we kick them, threaten them, and hey, if your love is pure, we'll even get you married on that very spot. And speaking of marriage, did you know that in India just 5% of the marriages are intercaste? In fact, it is so bad that in Haryana, they don't have a witness protection program. They have a couple protection program. That's right, if you run away from home and get married and you're from Haryana, you're at least a little safe compared to the rest of India. And let me not even start on sexuality. Through section 377, everything in the book Kama Sutra, the one that our ancestors wrote, they are illegal. That's right, it can land you in jail if you practice it. The irony of that just doesn't get over. And you know the funniest part? All those restrictions have started from the bedroom and now they have reached the dining table. I can't eat beef. I am a Mallu. I need to wait 6 months to go back home and have my beef. This is ridiculous. I know what you're thinking. Hey, in spite of all this, at least we are a democratic country, right? Well, think about it. One of the more important aspects of a democracy is that you have freedom of speech. How well are we doing on that front? I want to ask Dhabolkar, Pansare and Kalburgi about it, but I can't because they have been killed for speaking their minds out against superstition and religious belief. And that's not all. We have seen so many other examples. Take Salman Rushdie for instance. His book Satanic Verses was banned. But now P. Chidambaram has come out and said that the ban was a mistake. And we seem to have a strange fixation for banning things. Last year, porn was banned. A lawyer named Mr. Pinky tried to ban porn off the internet. It is easier to put toothpaste back into a tube than do that. But no, they did not stop there. You see, they also tried to ban AIB Ka Roast, a documentary called India's Daughter. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. For some reason, we also have the Department of Electronics and Information Technology trying to make sure that they're reading up on every citizen's emails, messages for over 90 days. And in such a country, I want to ask a question. Do you really think India is free? And if you do, why don't you try eating beef? Why don't you try walking on the road outside with your partner on Valentine's Day holding hands? Then we'll talk. So, what do you think? Why do you think we Indians fear being free so much? Maybe it's the fact that somebody else has told us what to do for over 200 years and we are yet to break out of that mode. It could also be just a byproduct of the caste system that we are so used to a hierarchical structure, whatever the matter be. It does beg the question, what if India's greatest fear is freedom? So, these are just some of our theories on why we as Indians fear freedom so much. Do you have any? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, Fancy Alligator.
Slavery, a rather popular concept back in the day, because if you were an owner, you had these humans who worked for you for free, a bit like interns, but forever. As it turns out, it's still worth a lot of money, and there are people who don't tend to take the law very seriously, hence it still exists today. But what if I told you that India was the world's slave capital today?